How to create a course and sell it online, videos, quizzes, assessments, certificates, and more. Creating and selling your own online course now is easier than ever. Whether you're teaching a skill, sharing your expertise, or building a personal brand, I'll walk you through step by step through structuring your curriculum, recording and uploading videos, creating quizzes and graded assessments, and setting up automated certificates for your students. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how online courses work. You'll have a clear, actionable blueprint to create, publish, and sell your own course confidently. So in order to start, first of all, go to your web browser, type in Learn Worlds, go to learnworlds.com. That will bring you over here. Here you want to start your free trial, and that will lead you over here. Here you want to create your account, enter in the required information. You can even sign up with Google. You can note here that even for your 30-day free trial, no credit card information is required. So you can go ahead with the free trial without any credit card information. I'm going to sign up with Google, and then you will be taken towards creating your school. So you want to put in your school name here and then select a domain for your school. So let's do that. So I'm just going to name the school Emma's Productivity Lab. And as I'm typing, we get a suggested domain for our school as well. So let's just write in lab. And then here we go. This is the domain for our school. It's going to have .learnworlds.com after it. And then let's just click continue. And then here we are on step 2 of 3. Here we have to pick a template for our school. So you can see there are a bunch of templates down here. They look really nice. And when you hover over a template, it scrolls through the whole of the template and you can kind of see what all of it looks like. So if you just scroll through, you can see all the available options. Definitely go through all of them and make sure you select one that you like. And then in addition to your liking, it should also be fitting to whatever your domain is, whatever course you want to create, it should match. So for example, you have this one for food and nutrition. If you want to go for something like that, then choose this. If it's more fitness related or yoga or something like that, then you can go with this. There's a healthcare template as well, and then more on fitness here, financial knowledge, and all of these really nice options here. So go through all of them, and this is really going to set the mood for your course, and you want to be careful when you select this. So I am just going to select this one right now and just click on select and continue. You can also go up here into the different categories and select from there. So I'm just going to select this one. And then here we are on step 3 of 3. We need to share our experience and answer some of these questions. So you're going to have 5 questions about your background. The first is, what is your main objective with Learn Worlds? So you just need to let them know what you are creating courses for, if you want to sell the courses to individuals or businesses, or if you're training employees, or if you're providing free training, or you're just looking around. So just select the options which suit you best and then move towards your second question. Do you have any experience with online training? And then answer that to your best ability. And then the third question is, how would you identify yourself? So you have to select your role and then go down here and select your role from here. And then I've answered the questions. Here I am on question 5, where I need to include what topic area do my courses focus on. So I'm just going to go here and select the option which suits me. And then when you're done answering your questions, click on finish. And then all the steps are completed. My school has been created. And then it says to start by creating your first course or customizing your site. So let's click on let's go and then go ahead with that. And here we are at home. Here we have our dashboard up here, and then we also have some tips on getting started. So you can go through here and read all of this to get more familiar with this space. Now let's go towards our dashboard and see what we have here. We have our school over here and then a graph which represents all the changes taking place. You have any new signups here. You have the revenue, product sales, active listeners, and then you can filter all of this information according to the date or according to a time period. Over here you have all users, conversions, 30-day sales, and then just basic overviews on whatever is going on. So let's just go ahead and start creating our course. In order to create the course, just click on this button which is labeled create course. Just click here and then we can start creating. So here you need to put in the name of your course that you are going to create. So just put in the name over here, whatever your course is. For me, it's a course on freelance writing, so I'm gonna put in the title beginner freelance. And so I've put in the course title. It's called Beginner Freelance Writing from Zero to First Client. So make sure your title reflects what you will be teaching, and also make sure that it attracts the audience as well by giving them a little bit of insight on exactly what you are offering. And then next here, you need to describe the content a little bit. This is optional, but you can go ahead and describe it a little bit. Now you can also use the AI assistant for any kind of suggestions on what the title should be or what the description should be. You can use that as well. And after describing the content, you can upload a cover image if you would like. Now that is also optional. So I've put in a brief description, and then we're going to upload a cover image. You can just drag and drop the image that you would like to upload, or you can even go towards the image gallery and you can get some images from here. If you like any of these, you can upload those. You can go to Unsplash, the camera, or get images from elsewhere. So I'm just going to select this image here, and then this is going to be for the cover. And it looks pretty nice. Then we're just going to go down and continue. And then we have to create our course URL. So this is what it's going to be looking like. And then we have a suggestion over here. You can edit this area however you like. You can make changes to it, or if it looks fine to you, then go ahead and just continue. I'm going to continue, and there we go. And then just select the course access, so meaning how will the users access the course. It could be a draft, or where the course will be in authoring mode and not published or visible. It could be a free course, so the course would be accessible to all people for free. It could be a paid course in which the course will be available only to users who have purchased it, or it could be a private course where the course will be invisible in the course catalog. And lastly, you can have a coming soon course in which the course page will be published with a coming soon indicator. Now, this is also nice if you have a new course coming out and you can add this page. Or for now, I am going to select the paid course, and especially because we're creating a course where you can get clients, then this is going to be a paid kind of course. And then also the features, I have selected this one so that I can show you all the features available, and the paid one is going to use almost all of them. So we selected our course, what kind of course, what kind of access we want to provide, and then click continue again. And then here choose a price. So what is the price of your course, and what is the compare at price? This is optional, so add in the price of your course. So let's just place this at $45, and then we'll continue. Make sure you go around and do some research on what price you want to have for your course, and then also depending on how much content you will be providing and how long that course would be. So depending on that, decide your price and then put that in, and then click on finish. Here you are now inside the course builder, and what you're going to do now is focus on structuring your curriculum properly. Now you have a few options here. You can craft the contents of your online course by either start building from scratch, so you can access the richest library of learning activities, and then you can customize your course on the market. Or you can also start building with AI, so powered by advanced generative AI technology. You can use the AI assistant and it will create high quality, engaging content for you. Or you can just go towards uploading your files. You can upload your files in bulk and then watch them transform into engaging learning activities just within minutes. You can also import and sync, effortlessly transfer and sync the course content across the courses within or between the different schools that you already use. So we won't be getting into any of these, but we will start building from scratch. Now I want you to notice that over here on Learn Worlds, because we are the ones creating, we also need to be able to view how the people coming in are going to be viewing the pages and what the space would look like for them that we are building. So you're going to see the preview options at a lot of places here, and you can preview the course page, seeing what it would look like to the people who are coming in. You can also preview the course player as well. So this is really nice. And then once you develop your course outline and you develop the contents and you set it up, then you can also set up the drip feed, which would enable you to schedule the lesson delivery. So this is also a very useful feature that you definitely need in any course that you have created or any platform that provides you course building. So we're just going to go ahead and start building from scratch. And then this side panel opens up, or this side view opens up, where you can section edit, or you have these sections that you can start creating. Of course, when you start creating a course, you're going to divide all of the content into different sections, the curriculum into sections. So the sections that you're going to add, you want to create modules, and the modules that you're going to create, you want to create them in a way where you have module 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can start naming those, such as module 1 could be named foundations, and then module 2 could be core skills, module 3 could be implementation, and then you could have module 4 as the final project. And then within those 4 basic modules, you could have the lessons, and that would be kind of an activity. So each activity would have a separate lesson. So let's start putting in the sections. We're going to name this one module 1, and it's really nice here how there are small descriptions on what to do and some tips on how you should be going about, because this is really helpful so that you don't get lost. So we've added in the title. Next, we're going to add in the section description. Now this is optional. You can add in a description if you like, or you don't have to, because it's not going to be displayed everywhere like it says over here. So also for module 1, I'm going to type in foundations, and then I'm going to write a small description, and there I have added that in. And then we're going to go towards the third step, which says access, and you have to set the accessibility of this section. With draft is going to be the default mode right here, and what happens basically with the draft mode is that this section would remain unpublished, and it would also be invisible, so you have time to develop your contents. So if you select draft, then the section will be invisible to other users. If you select soon, then the section will be visible to the users, but the learning activities will not be accessible. Then you also have free, so this section will be visible and accessible to all users because it's free. And then if you go for the paid option, then this section will be accessible only to users who have purchased the course. So right now we are going through with the paid option, so we're going to select that throughout. Now you could offer something like maybe make some part of the course free, and then if you go towards advanced, then you can keep that as paid. So you could give some access and then restrict some for those who have paid. Or maybe you could set a course which is absolutely free for some people. For example, if it's a beginner course, then you can make it free for people so that they can access it. And then if you have any advanced courses, then you could set those as paid. So whatever suits your niche, whatever works better for you. So once you've selected all your options, put in the required information, click on save, and there we have it. We have our first module titled module 1 foundations, and then we don't have any activity for this. So when you click here, you can add in the activity. Now we need to add in more of our sections because we want to have a total of 4 modules. So we're going to add those. Click on add section, and then the same kind of panel is going to open up. Enter in the next information. This is going to be module 2, and I've put in the title, module 2 core skills, and then a brief description, which was optional, but I put that in. This module discusses the core skills for freelancing, and then you also have to decide access again. So for this one too, we're going to select paid and then click on save. And here we have our second module as well. Now we're going to go ahead and create the third and the fourth. So again, module 3, implementation, and then the description, and then the access, and then click on save. And then our fourth module, which is the final project, a description, and this one is also paid. Click on save, and then we have all our 4 modules. So these are the sections that we've put in. Now we're going to start adding in the activities. So first of all, go to your first module, click on add activity. So like I said, each activity will equal to 1 lesson, and depending on however many lessons you want inside of that module, you're going to decide from here what you want to add in. So you can add in any multimedia, and under multimedia you have the option of adding in a video, which would be an interactive kind of video. You can upload your video and share that. You can add in a PDF, you can add in HTML package, you can add in a presentation, so you can upload that as a PowerPoint, or you have these other formats as well, which you can upload a presentation with. And you can also add in audio, so you can upload an audio file or even select the URL of any related audio file. You can add a YouTube video into your course by pasting in the link for the embedded code, and you can also add SoundCloud audio files in your course as well. So you can do any of these in terms of multimedia. So apart from multimedia, you have a lot of other teaching possibilities as well. You can also teach through adding in live sessions. So if you go towards the live sessions, you can have those through a Zoom meeting, a Zoom webinar, a WebEx meeting. You can have Microsoft Teams meeting, a Google Meet, and then you can also have one-on-one sessions where you can enable your learners to be connected with you through the Calendly account. So you can use that to have a one-on-one session with the learners, or you can also have group sessions with the same Calendly account, and you can enable your learners to reserve their spot in whatever group session that you're going to offer. So these are the live session options. Then you also have ebook options where you can create any ebooks and share those with your learners. So you can start from scratch and you can those pages for your ebook, and you can start using that by using the flexible ebook builder in here. This is for starting from scratch if you need to do that. Other than that, you can in order to welcome your learners, then you can set a welcome ebook. So you can provide the learners with a course overview of what will be offered in that ebook, or introduce your instructors as well. You could also use that for main content, where you can build ebook pages for any parts of the course or the whole of the course as well. You can have an FAQs section which can be explained through those ebook pages, or you can offer a quick summary of any section or include that for every section, and you can highlight the key points or any important parts. You can even create those pages for a time when the course gets completed. So after course completion, you can congratulate your learners for completing the course through those pages, or you can also advertise further or invite your team members to join any next course at a discounted price. So because they've completed one course with you, you can offer them a discount, or maybe you can just let them know about another course which is being offered. So you can use the ebook for all of these purposes, which are very, very efficient and really engaging. So after ebook, you have the exams that you need to worry about as well. So in terms of exams that you will be creating for your learners, you can start right from scratch. So you can just create any graded exam. You can also add in graded SCORM if that's what you need. And then if you go down, you also have options for open-ended question templates. Now you could have any, so this is basically going to be a graded exam template, and it's going to be a template with a text assignment question. And then after the learners submit their assignment, you will be asked to grade the students' responses and provide feedback, and just basically give them grades and decide how well they did. Then you also have video assignments and audio assignments. So you can provide your learners with any of these kind of assignments, and then once they submit them, you will be grading them, and then they'll get their feedback. So this is what you have for several exam options. Basically all kinds of options. You have video, you have audio, you have text. So all options are available. Then you have self-assessment options, where you can add in self-assessment options which can start from scratch. And in this blank self-assessment option, you can, and then through such forms, you can allow your learners to write down their thoughts and then get feedback from you. And then you can also allow your users or your learners to test their knowledge through the templates that you have. And then this is a self-assessment template which is going to have close-ended knowledge questions, which they can instantly fill out and then instantly get the feedback. Because if the questions are close-ended, then once they answer those questions, they're going to have specific feedback options, and then they can get that feedback instantly. They also have more assessment options. So here the learners can write their views and their goals, or maybe their emotions, whatever the domain or the theme of this course is. They can answer the questions, they can write about their views and goals and emotions, and then using that template, this text assignment can be submitted. And after submission, the creator will be asked to provide provide your feedback, and then you can provide your learners with whatever feedback they should get according to their views. Then you have record your short video. So with this template, you can allow the learners to record any videos, and then after they submit that, you will be asked to provide feedback. Then similarly, you also have the audio option. So you have text, you have video, and you have audio. And then lastly, you have some reflection or some diary or reflection templates in which you have these two options. Now with the diary, you can allow the learners to note down their thoughts and reflect, and then whatever happened or whatever they felt, any emotions, without any pressure of judgment, they could write that in just like you would in a diary and then get your feedback. Or they could have a reflection journal, which can give learners the opportunity to reflect and comment on their previous answers or reflections, goals, options, any of these options. And then they could really benefit from this kind of journal as well. So these are the self-assessment options available. You also have forms here, and the forms are very interesting because with the forms you can add in several activities. You can start with a blank form where you can create a form right from scratch and collect different kinds of data from your students by designing a specific form yourself. And then down here, if you don't want to start from scratch, you have some template options where you can ask the students to introduce themselves with 13 questions. It's going to provide your students with the option of telling everyone or telling you some details about themselves and telling you about their preferences and learning objectives. You also have course evaluation, which can happen through the students who actually attended your course, and you can get their feedback on that. You can have a longer course evaluation. So this one was 3 questions and this one is 16 questions. So you can get a more longer or more detailed evaluation. So here again, you can get the students to rate the course instructors and then also get suggestions on how those instructors can improve. This is again a short evaluation. You can have a longer evaluation or more detailed evaluation with 8 questions. Then you have a pre-event feedback form, and in contrast to that you have the post-event feedback form. So with the pre-event feedback form, you can get information from the attendees, whoever is going to or planning to attend or planning to participate. You can get their views about what their expectations are from the event. And then for the post-event feedback, you can get feedback regarding the event's effectiveness or how it went, were the expectations met or were they not met, how the event actually went. So you can get that with 10 questions and you can get a kind of rating. Then you also have some other templates, and these can also be really helpful and beneficial because these are some order templates where you can have custom orders. You can accept custom orders from your customers if there's any kind of custom setting that you want to allow or that anybody wants to request, then you can deal with that in the custom order section through this template. You also have seats orders, so you can enable your customers to easily place custom seats orders. You have trial request, where potential customers can request a trial period for your course before actually purchasing. And then you also have gift a course option, where the customers can request to gift your course to their friends or families or colleagues if they want. So all options are available. You also have more templates again. So a lot of templates in terms of forms are available. Under more templates, you also have a consent form, so you can get your students' consent on being allowed to store and process their data. You also have customer satisfaction, which you can find out about how satisfied your customers were with your products and your services or your course. And you also have self-evaluation for your students. You can ask them to evaluate their own contribution and how well they contributed to the learning activity. Now, all of these options wouldn't apply to everybody, but the good thing is you have options for everybody. I can see options available even for mental health, psychological health, and just personal well-being can even be done through this platform because you have so many options here in terms of the forms, and you can interact so well. The customers or the learners can share even their emotions and they can journal about their feelings, and it's really a great place. You can offer courses by video and by audio, so you can teach basically anything from IT to cooking to designing to even yoga and fitness and just mental well-being as well. So many domains can be touched through this platform, which I'm seeing right now through this forms area. So after self-evaluation, you have the instructor application where you have instructors who can apply, and then you can accept applications for course instructors on your website, which has 13 questions. Then you have incident report as well, where you can give your users a way to report any incidents that need to be attended to or that need attention. And then lastly, in the end, you have customer needs assessment, where you can learn more about your customers' needs and their objectives, which has 5 questions. So these forms are really, really impressive. Then after forms, you have certificates. Of course, upon completion of a course, you will be providing certificates. So you have 2 options here. You have the certificate where you can award a certificate after the successful completion of any exam or of the exam included in your course. Then you also have certificate of completion, which is different from the first one, where you can provide a certificate at the end of a course, which will be awarded based on particular requirements. So not everyone is going to get this certificate, but you need particular requirements to be getting this kind of certificate. So you have 2 kinds of certificates which you can offer, and then you can enter in and add on whichever certificate you want to provide. Then after certificates, you have social, and in social, these would be course activities. So different activities that you're going to include in your course. And in here, you can ask your learners or your students to introduce themselves to the rest of the school community, and this will be a social activity. Then you can also, under think and share, you can invite the learners to think about a particular idea, concept, or problem, and then share thoughts with the school community. So this is also a social interaction. Then you can ask questions and discuss with the help of the course community. And then you have self-reflection as well. So the students can reflect on their own learning journey and then share those insights with the course community. Then again, in certification and exam activities, you're providing a space to your learners to share their thoughts and insights on the resources and also how to prepare for the certification or for the exam. Then you have feedback on course completion, which the learners can share with others as well. So basically sharing with the community their experience and how everything went, who they are, where they came from, how their experience was, and then also how they can prepare for the exams, how the course completion was, what kind of resources were available, and just all kind of details that you can share with others so they can benefit as well and decide if this course does fit them or not. Then you also have user generated content, so the learners can be very creative and they can share with the rest of the community anything that they could benefit from. And then lastly, you can give your learners some room to share helpful resources that have helped them deepen their understanding. So these are also very useful in terms of social. And then the last section you have is the embed option, where you can add content in your course by pasting any embedded courses. You can use SlideShare and add SlideShare presentation by pasting the embedded code. And then you can also share an external web page in the course player as well. So these are the embedded options that you can share with the rest of your students. So let's go ahead and add in a video, and for that we'll go back to our multimedia. We'll select video interactive, add in a title which I've named Foundations Video 1, and then click on save. So now right now I can't play or access the video right now because we have not added in any videos to our video library, which is the video library over here. So in the video library, you're going to upload all of your course related videos, and then you can select which video you want to include in here. So let me just show you. This is the video library here, and you're going to drag and drop all of your files here. You're going to add these videos, and then these videos can be used in your course wherever you need. So we're going to go back to our course outline, which we are on right now. So this is for the video here. You can add in any learning activity. So if you click here, these are the activities that you can add in, and this is where we selected the video from. from. Now here what else you can do is you can upload a learning activity file, and that file could be anything. So if you click here, you can drop the file here, whichever file that you want to import, and multiple files can be added to your course, and then you can convert them into learning activities. So you can use this method as well. And then even after a video has been uploaded, you can go into its settings, and then you can adjust the settings. For example, you can add any description, and this is the video icon which you can change. This is where you want the video from. So if you want it from your course video library, then you can get it from there. For example, the video library here. If you want to import it from elsewhere, then you can select any of these options. You can get it from Vimeo or that have helped them deepen their understanding. So these are also very useful in terms of social. And then the last section you have is the embed option, where you can add content in your course by pasting any embedded courses. You can use SlideShare and add SlideShare presentation by pasting the embedded code, and then you can also share an external web page in the course player as well. So these are the embedded options that you can share with the rest of your students. So let's go ahead and add in a video, and for that we'll go back to our multimedia. We'll select video interactive, add in a title which I've named Foundations Video 1, and then click on save. So now right now I can't play or access the video right now because we have not added in any videos to our video library, which is the video library over here. So in the video library, you're going to upload all of your course related videos, and then you can select which video you want to include in here. So let me just show you. This is the video library here, and you're going to drag and drop all of your files here. You're going to add these videos, and then these videos can be used in your course wherever you need. So we're going to go back to our course outline, which we are on right now. So this is for the video here. You can add in any learning activity. So if you click here, these are the activities that you can add in, and this is where we selected the video from. Now here what else you can do is you can upload a learning activity file, and that file could be anything. So if you click here, you can drop the file here, whichever file that you want to import, and multiple files can be added to your course, and then you can convert them into learning activities. So you can use this method as well. And then even after a video has been uploaded, you can go into its settings, and then you can adjust the settings. For example, you can add any description, and this is the video icon which you can change. This is where you want the video from. So if you want it from your course video library, then you can get it from there. For example, the video library here. If you want to import it from elsewhere, then you can select any of these options. You can get it from that have helped them deepen their understanding. So these are also very useful in terms of social. And then the last section you have is the embed option, where you can add content in your course by pasting any embedded courses. You can use SlideShare and add SlideShare presentation by pasting the embedded code, and then you can also share an external web page in the course player as well. So these are the embedded options that you can share with the rest of your students. So let's go ahead and add in a video, and for that we'll go back to our multimedia. We'll select video interactive, add in a title which I've named Foundations Video 1, and then click on save. So now right now I can't play or access the video right now because we have not added in any videos to our video library, which is the video library over here. So in the video library, you're going to upload all of your course related videos, and then you can select which video you want to include in here. So let me just show you. This is the video library here, and you're going to drag and drop all of your files here. You're going to add these videos, and then these videos can be used in your course wherever you need. So we're going to go back to our course outline, which we are on right now. So this is for the video here. You can add in any learning activity. So if you click here, these are the activities that you can add in, and this is where we selected the video from. Now here what else you can do is you can upload a learning activity file, and that file could be anything. So if you click here, you can drop the file here, whichever file that you want to import, and multiple files can be added to your course, and then you can convert them into learning activities. So you can use this method as well. And then even after a video has been uploaded, you can go into its settings and then you can adjust the settings. For example, you can add any description, and this is the video icon which you can change. This is where you want the video from. So if you want it from your course video library, then you can get it from there. For example, the video library here. If you want to import it from elsewhere, then you can select any of these options. You can get it from Vimeo or Wistia or from All School Video, and then you can select where you want it from. Then you also have the digital downloading option. If you want to password protect your video, you can use that as well. And then you can also set the conditions for completion, where you can set conditions that a learner has to meet in order for this learning activity to be considered complete. So what they have to do, so you know that this activity has been completed. So you can add in any custom rule. You click here and then you can add in any of these rules. These are the learning activity completion rules, and you can set these. So for example, for the activity, these are the different activities, and then these are the rules. So for video, when the learner visits the video, you can set a rule. So right now we don't have a rule. Then for one-on-one sessions, when the learner joins the session, then you can set a rule for that. And then for exams, when a certain pass mark is met, or these different rules that you can get for the learners to follow, or for an activity to be considered complete, which is very, very important for any course. So then after setting everything up, you're going to click on save, and then that will be saved. Now, in order to add in any quizzes or any exams, for that, again, you're going to click on add activity, and then you're going to decide what kind of activity you want to add in. So over here, we don't need to go to multimedia, but we're going to go over to exams. And then here you have assignments, any assignment that you want to add. So now if the requirements match, for example, if you want to add in a graded exam, you can use this text assignment as a template, which has a text assignment question. You can add in a video assignment or audio assignment, but if the requirements match, or you can go for a blank exam. Now, when you go towards a blank exam, you're going to select that and you're going to give it a name. So exam 1, and then save and edit. And then here you're going to create whatever kind of exam you want to create. It could be a quiz, it could be a really long exam, it could be a short test, it could be whatever kind of style that you want to go for. If you go up top over here, you can see that this is exam 1 from this course, and then you have the course displayed, and then you have the type, you have the passing grade, which is 50% right now. You have the tries, if you want that unlimited or not. So if you click here, you can change that, and you can make all these changes. We were at attempts, so do you want to allow multiple attempts or not? Before it was unlimited attempts, I'm going to select number of attempts, and then the number of attempts you can choose here. So I'm going to allow 3. Then you have the confirmation pop-up, and this is it. So for grades and attempts, then you also have the timer. You can set a timer. You can have the countdown timer. You have these filters where you can shuffle the order of the questions if you would like. So yes or no. And then also set the number of questions that you want to show. Maybe you want them to show one after another after they're answered, or you can show them all together as well. Then you have the option of feedback if you want that. With this kind of feedback, they're going to select yes or no, or from selected answers. Then you also have manual feedback, and you can decide the ending screen if you want to give them the results right away or not, and then what you want the ending screen to look like. And then you also have some learner tools and after submission and assignment grading. So this is what you're gonna have, which you can decide. Now we're gonna cancel this for now and start adding in our questions. So when you click here, you can add or import questions, and from here you're gonna decide what kind of questions you want. Do you want multiple choice, image options, video options, true, false, custom, drop down? So many options to choose from. Right now I'm going to select the text options, and then this is what it's going to look like. Add in your question here, and then you're going to show the options. This is question 1, so question 1 out of 1, and then once you enter in everything, you're just going to submit that question, and then this is what it's going to look like for the learners, the ones who are taking the exam. When they submit the answer, this is what it's going to look like. If they want to retake, then they can retake the exam. If you want to add in more questions, then go back to your question and then add question. So this is the question over here, and then you're going to go for whatever second question. So this was the first one, and then this is the second question. Then when you add another question, you can go towards the third question. You can keep the same style, or you can have a different style for every question. And then this is your third question. So enter in all details. It's an image question, then add in the images, add in all the details, and then here you have all the tools with which you can edit the layout and the questions. And then once you're done, you can go up here to the top, you can preview the questions too. So very helpful and very customizable. Then you're just going to go back. I'm going to discard the changes, and that is how you can add in your quizzes or exams. So what you're going to do is you're going to add in an exam for every module. So here you're going to add in an exam, here you're going to add an exam for every module. Now, if the course that you are offering is a skill-based course, then for skill-based courses, assignments are very powerful, and you want to add in the assignments. So when you click on activity and you go here, you're going to go to exams, and here you're going to add in the assignments. So with the assignments, the students can upload files and submit links, write responses, and you can manually review and provide the feedback. So especially for your final module, in this module down here, you want to add in a assignment, and that would be a very detailed assignment in which, for example, you can ask the students to submit your complete freelance writing portfolio, and then once the students submit that and you overview it, then you can give them their certificates upon completion or upon successfully passing that assignment. This would position your course as transformational and not informational only. And then for the last module, you're also going to add in, so go here, add in the certificates like we talked about before, and add in any successful completion certificate, or this one, we're just going to add in this and give it the name certificate. You can name it however you like, and then click on save and edit. And then here you can start perfecting the certificate, add in the student name. So whoever's knowledge you want to certify, add in the student name, add in the course title, the logo, add in your signature, or the person authorized, add in their signature, the completion date, and then set the rules as well. So it would say you need to indicate here on the certificate that all the lessons were completed by them and the final exam was passed, the assignment was approved, and then these certificates are going to increase perceived value instantly, and this is what you want to really provide your students or the learners with. So just go to certificates here, and like we discussed before, you can add in whichever kind of certificate that you need. We're going to add in the certificate after the successful completion of an exam, and then we're going to name it certificate, and then save and edit. And then here you go, this is the area where the students will land, and they will answer all these questions. So they're going to read through these questions, they're going to answer them carefully to claim their certificate. Now, once they answer everything in detail, they will click on claim certificate, and then upon completion of all tasks, the student will go, and when they click on preview certificate, this is what it's going to look like for the students, and then they'll click on claim certificate. Then they will be taken to a page which displays their certificate, and they can claim that. So it could be printable and printable, and they can print out the certificate that you have designed and uploaded for them to access. And in order to build the certificate, you can go here, and here you can start building a PDF certificate. If you can preview a template when you click here, this is one template that you can use. You can save this and edit this, or you can also go down here, and if you click here, you can get more form fields and learn what your certificate should include and what would be a good certificate. And you can also see any available PDF keys. So you have these keys you should have for your certificate, and you can access that information from here. So now we're just going to go back, and then next you want to go to the course player. So if you go to the left here and go down here, click on course player. Here you can choose what kind of a layout you want. So go down here and decide if you want to hide the left path player, or you want to show the course name, show progress bar, show all course learners, and all of these. So you're going to tick off what you want to show, what you don't want to show, what you want it to look like. You can decide on the sidebar visibility, what color theme you would like to have, if you want to have enable the progress bar display or preview as a, and then you can go and preview it as a student. So all these course video, course navigation, all of these options you can select, and then just go up top here and click on preview and preview this as a student. Just make sure that the navigation is simple, the videos are centered, or they're right at the center, and the text is readable. So a clean layout makes it feel premium, and you want to try and achieve that. So choose whichever one you like from these. You can go for classic, minimal, whatever course player skin you would like to have. So decide that and then go for the customizations. And then once you've decided everything, you want to go towards setting up the pricing and payments. So let's prepare for selling. For that, you're going to go to the course settings and go down to access. Now we did already set the price right at the start, and we decided that it was going to be paid. You can change the price over here, and then you can go down and make sure you're happy with the links added in here. You can edit the course expiration date. So right now it does not expire, but you can decide on an expiration date for that. And then after the purchase navigation, what kind of navigation you want. After the purchase, you can select that as well. So once you've set everything up for your course, just go back to your dashboard. So over here, and then from here, you're going to publish your course. Just double check if the videos play correctly. Make sure that the quizzes work, the assignments can be submitted properly, and that the certificates do get generated. And also make sure that the payment works by go through with one payment, and then your course will be live. Do remember to collect feedback and improve any unclear lessons. Add some bonus content as well. Keep updating regularly. And then once you do that, you can increase the price. You can create advanced versions and bundle courses and even run paid ads. So your course can keep improving over time, and you can just keep improving and scaling. And that way you're not just uploading content, you're building a digital asset that can generate income long term.